So, Eddie Howe has spoken to the media this morning ahead of the massive game on Sunday between Newcastle United and Aston Villa. So let's see what Eddie had to say ahead of the game. Hi everybody, I'm Paul, back again with another video. Thank you for tuning in. And it was Eddie Howe's press conference this morning, and we're going to take a look at what he had to say about certain injuries, the players, and what he thinks ahead of the game. Villa will come into the game very disappointed that they didn't get all 3 points against Leeds United. Obviously 3-1 up at half-time. You would expect Villa to go on and win the game, but they didn't. Leeds fought back. Then obviously there is some injuries in the Villa camp, a suspension. So we do have an opportunity. We do have an opportunity to get something out of this game. We are playing much, much better. Villa are playing well under Gerrard, there's no doubt about it, but there is areas of the pitch that we can get at Villa. There's no doubt about that in my eyes. Certainly Tyrone Mings is somebody that we should be targeting because he is not in a good vein of form at the moment, not playing very well, and we need to put balls into the box for Chris Wood, certainly to attack Tyrone Mings. But let's see what Eddie Howe had to say on Kieran Trippier straight off the bat. He says, we don't think it's a long-term injury, but we'll have to make a late call on him. He's been so important for us in recent games. I thought he was outstanding against Everton, highlighted by his free kick. Now, we know what Eddie Howe is like. When he talks about injuries before the game, he is not going to give Steven Gerrard anything, absolutely anything to take from a press conference about injuries. Kieran Trippier did go off late on in the game against Everton. Now, for me, it probably looked more cramped than anything else, and I think he'll be on the pitch on Sunday. I really do. I think he'll start the game. There's no doubt in my eyes about that. I'd be very, very surprised if Kieran Trippier is missing, but hey-ho, we just have to wait and see when that team sheet is announced at 1 o'clock on Sunday afternoon, but I fully expect Kieran Trippier to be fit. Also on the injuries, this is apart from Kieran, we have no fresh injury concerns. Paul Dummett is getting closer, and Federico Fernandez is making good progress, but still hasn't trained with the group. So nothing really has changed in that. Yes, we've got injuries there to Paul Dummett. I don't know. You know what? He's played 1.5 games and now he's out again. I think he's done. I really do. And I feel really sorry for Paul Dummett, but I can't see him getting back in the side now anyway, with Matt Targett being there. Dan Burner's cover. Manquillo, of course, can play there. We've got so many options now at left back, and Paul Dummett's injuries, I think, have just ravaged him now. And I really can't see him getting back anytime soon, which is a shame. But hopefully Fernandez will give us another option at centre-back when he does become available again. Hopefully whatever's gone on behind the scenes with him will have been sorted out, and we'll see him back in the team. Now, Eddie Howe going on to talk about the fact that Matt Targett won't be available for the game because, of course, he's playing against his parent club, Villa. He went on to say, Dan Burn is an option for us, and it's great that I've got a couple of options in that position. Manquillo has done really well at left back. He came on against Leeds and made a huge impact. Now, of course, he did, because when Manquillo come on for me against Leeds, it changed the game. He was showing so much pace up and down that left-hand side, combined well with Maxi, and of course won the foul which led to Shelvey's free kick we scored from and won the game. So we have options there. Now, Dan Burn, we know, has played for Brighton in the left-back position on numerous occasions. It's not something that he'd be going into blindsided. He's played there before. He knows the position. Now, for me, it's between him and Javi Manquillo as to who gets the place at left back. Dan Burn obviously had a toe issue before the Everton game. He looked fine to me when he was warming up, to be honest, so I don't see any reason why he won't be available for selection again. And, of course, Javi Manquillo will want to play, without a doubt, after his performances at left back. Does he give Dan Burn the opportunity to make his debut, or does Manquillo start? It's going to be very interesting to see what he does there. Personally, I'd probably play Dan Burn. And then if it's not working out, he's always got Manquillo there. But he doesn't want to upset Manquillo by leaving him out. So this is what he's paid the big money for. And it's all part of being the manager. Now, on Bruno, he went on to say he's ready to play. He's shown all the technical qualities that we love about him in training already, but it's a case of managing the group and making sure I make the right selections. I thought the midfield balance against Everton was really good. He's going to say that, isn't he? Because obviously we won the game. We won the game really well. The midfield was very, very good. Certainly second half, Willock came to life. We saw a very different Joe Willock in the second half to what we did the first half. However, I'd still like to see Bruno in that starting lineup. You know, we've paid an awful lot of money for this guy, and we've paid an awful lot of money for him to come in and help us stay in the division. He looked very good in the few moments that he had on the pitch the other night. I know, you know, the game was won and Everton were deflated, etc. But you know what? He came on and he gave that inspiration. And I think that's what would happen if he plays on Sunday. He'd give us that inspiration. And I'd love to see him in there. But who do you drop? For me, it's got to be Willock. I don't think Willock's done enough, even though he played very well second half. I don't think he's done enough to be ahead of Bruno. I really don't. But again, it's Eddie Howe's decisions. But the way he's talking there, when he says he thought the midfield balance against Everton was very good, does he keep it that way? Or does he look at Villa and say, yeah, we need Bruno in? This team selection is going to be very, very important on Sunday. Now, on the mood around the club and the camp, he says, naturally, when you win games, it gives you a great feeling. After the Everton game, it was great to share that with the supporters. The players need to enter the pitch full of confidence, knowing they're going into a great environment to play football. I have to compliment the supporters on what they've given the team from day one. In some really difficult moments, they've always backed the players from the start to the finish and created some memorable moments for me personally. Hopefully, many more to come, which is great to hear from Eddie Howe, because I think, I spoke about it in my show the other night that, the players, they really did respond. They responded so well to the atmosphere that was in St James's Park the other night. And we've been complaining about that the atmospheres in previous games have been very good at the start, but the players have given us nothing back to keep that atmosphere going. I think the combination worked really well against Everton. It was incredible atmosphere again. Coming out the ground, everybody singing and smiling and happy. That's what we want to see. That's what Newcastle United is all about. Kids sitting on the dad's shoulders, joining in with the chants and everything. It was fantastic to see. And I think that's what Eddie Howe's going on about as well. That it's up to the Newcastle players now to continue that and give us something to get behind the team with, it's fantastic. Now, on consistency, he says consistency of results is key. What we can't do is get too high after wins and get too low after defeats. We've got to be calm and focused on the next match. Football can change very quickly. We have to focus and be as competitive as we have been. Which, again, very, very, very positive comments from Eddie Howe. He knows that sometimes we'll win, sometimes we lose, but it's not all about how you're feeling after that game. It's getting ready for the next one, saying, right, if you lose the game, bounce back. It's all about the next game. And then if we win, yes, celebrate the win, but also concentrate on what we have to do in the next game. And that's where I love Eddie Howe's focus. He's not getting carried away with the wins against Leeds and Villa. He's now looking forward to the game coming up against, Leeds and Everton. He's now looking forward to the game against Villa on Sunday and thinking, right, let's go for this. Let's really try and get 3 wins on the belt. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. We get on to the next game. And that's Eddie Howe's mentality, which I think is absolutely fantastic to have around the dressing room. On Saint-Maximin, he said he's got everything I think you'd want in his locker already. His overall work rate and attitude was very good on Tuesday. And if he can hit that consistency, then what a player he can be. He has the talent to do whatever he wants to do. And I agree with him. It's consistency now with Maxi. And we've said that for many, many, many weeks now, that we just want to see a bit of consistency. We want to see him playing the same way, week in, week out. Not getting the huff if things aren't going right, not staying down when he gets tackled. Just get up, get on with the game. Because a few times still on Tuesday, he went down complaining to the referee, looking at the bench, thinking, I'm not getting... Look, the problem is, right? The problem is, we have to think about... are the referees giving Maxi enough protection? We know that sometimes he throws himself to the floor, but other times he doesn't. And I think if he cuts that out, he'll get more from the referee. I mean, absolutely no doubt about that. He'll get more from the referee. But it's going to be a very, very interesting few weeks to see if Maxi can keep this consistency up, which will be fantastic for Newcastle United. There's absolutely no doubt about it. On Chris Wood, he went on to say he'll want that goal, but it's not lost on me the difference he's made to that front line. There's been a lot of passes where he's had no right to either get a touch on or just knock a defender, which means we're able to spend longer in their half. Also, his work rate and teamwork, he's covered for Maxi a couple of times when he's out of position. So for a striker to do those unselfish things has made a big difference. I don't think you can underestimate all the aspects of his game that has helped the team. I tend to agree with him because you know what it is? Am I sold 100% on Chris Wood yet? No. However, I've watched the game again on Tuesday night, and he's right what he says. Chris Wood was pulling defenders away from Maxi, which gives Maxi a little bit more free time to do what he does best. So, from that side of the game, he did very, very well. Now, the side that I want to see him improve on is getting on the end of crosses and getting in the box. You look at a couple of opportunities on Tuesday night where, rebounds came out and Chris Wood wasn't anywhere to be seen. And then you look at somebody like Diego Jota for Liverpool last night. Header from Van Dijk, saved. Who is Johnny on the spot? But Jota puts it in the back of the net. That's what I want to see from Chris Wood. He has to be more aware in the box of any rebounds or stuff that's going to happen. But yeah, I see where Eddie Howe's coming from with Chris Wood. So, very interesting press conference. Again, not getting carried away with anything, but giving the supporters a lot of belief that we can see, moving forward, that what they're trying to do, where they're trying to go with this team. And it is, again, a very positive press conference. So Sunday should be a very, very, very interesting game. It's going to be tough. I think there'll be goals in it, but hopefully we'll have the right sort of balance again. We'll have the right commitment and passion to go and win the game. So, we'll see on Sunday. But thank you very much for taking the time to watch the video today, guys. If you have enjoyed it, as usual, please do hit the like button. Please do consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so. We're over 9,000 now. We're on the way to 10. It's a long road ahead, but hopefully we'll get there sooner rather than later. But that's down to you guys, so thank you very much in advance for that. Please do consider becoming a member of the Toon Review as well. You can hit the join button just underneath the video itself, or the link is in the description. And finally, a massive big shout out to our sponsors, Geordie Riffs. They are offering 10% off a first guitar setup, 10% off a first guitar repair, and your first guitar lesson completely free of charge if you just mention the Toon Review. Every guitar need you want, contact Geordie Riffs. Their link below for the website is in the description. You can also find them on Facebook and Twitter. So give Graham and Natalie a shout and thank you for their continued support. But in the meantime, guys, have an absolutely cracking weekend. Enjoy the match if you're going, and I will see you very soon. Take care.